休みの間に何をする？
いいアイディアがあるよ。
え？何？
いつも休みにゴロゴロしている。
うん。
だから先生の家に行ったよ。
うん。
そして先生に聞いたよ。
で、先生は何と言っていた？
休みだから時間がたくさんあるでしょ。
うん。で、
先にコンビニに行って
コンビニで何をする？
日本の新聞を買う。
ふーん。なんで？
それをたくさん読んで日本語を勉強すると言っていた。
お、立派なアイデアだね。
じゃあ立って行きましょう。
おはようございます。
はい、明けましておめでとうございます。
Welcome to the Lesson 22 Kanji live stream. It's been a while. Hope you're all
ね。
having a great new year.
はい。みんないい冬休みでしたか？
How was your winter vacation, everyone? If you had one. Yuki had corona, so that was nice. She's still struggling a little bit. Not with feeling sick, just with
なんでなんだろうね。
leftover nose stuff and
はい。
yeah, COVID's fun, eh? Phantom Viz God says, 明けましておめでとうございます. For those of you who are not aware, 明けましておめでとうございます means essentially Happy New Year. We say it in the same way. Literally, it means congratulations on opening up a new year. And then, of course, next you say, 今年もよろしくお願いします.
はい。今年もよろしくお願いします。
Please be good to us this year as well.
なんか泡出た。
大丈夫、大丈夫。Let's see. We've got ToKini Yuki saying 今年のChinese zodiac は馬の年です。Yes, let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have
馬です。
you can probably not see that over all the chat, but we've got a horse here. We've got 明けましておめでとう. So Happy New Year. 2026年馬年. So the year 2026 is horse year. 今年もよろしくお願いします. That's our thing for this year. Faraway Ranger. Don't know if you're still here, but says, hey, Andy, I love your videos. I started studying almost 6 months ago, and I've recently found you on YouTube to supplement my materials and just wanted to say you explain things so extremely well. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you found them helpful. You became a member on the website 2 weeks ago to help you get going on the N5 Kanji deck. Thank you so much. Again, you're very welcome.
ありがとうご
Thank you
ざ
for
い
becoming
ま
a
す。
member and for your support. Alex's son said that Yuki had French fries coming out of her nose, out of her eyes on the
そう。
on the thumbnail. Usually that's referred to as breadsticks, but
はい。2026年は揚げたてのフライドポテトを出していきたいと思います。
she's gonna be bringing out lots and lots of French fries this year. So yay. Uma, kawaii. Arigatou gozaimasu. My first live. Thank you so much. Welcome, AI Teresa or Al Teresa. I'm not really sure. Greetings from San Jose, California.
ありがとうござい
Greetings from
ます。
Nagano, Japan. So, today, as usual, we're going to get started with a little quiz for you guys. And then we will go into our writing exercises with everyone. And we'll have a quiz at the end as well. So today, we, let's see. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Get rid of this. Bye-bye. That's going to go back here.
うん。
Oh, your
あ、
your
私
drink might be a
あ、やべえな。
problem. はい。
どうすれば。ドリンクどうすれば。
大丈夫、そっちで。
テーブルあったわ。
で、we've got the whiteboard here for quiz time. So,
Right.
where is our
ここ
our
で
happy
Happy Halloween.
Halloween guy? Let's get the quiz cards out. What we're doing on this quiz, as usual, is we pull out a random word, we put it on the board, and then you guys have to tell us how that word is read. So you can use either hiragana, katakana, or romaji to tell us how to read this word. This is the only words that show up on this are kanji that we've already learned in this series. So if you don't know them yet, that's okay. You can learn them as we go. Or you can go back to lesson 1 in this series and follow along with us. That is, of course, the videos that have a very different thumbnail than this one. First place is Phantom Viz God with Come to Japan Dan taking in second and Stargumi in third. Right off to a great start. Five Toes Sloth Bear. That is fifth. That is fourth. Excellent job.
いいですね。
Anyway, なんか他に面白いことがあったかな？
いやみんななんだっけこの前のアンディの短いビデオ年末ありがとうの
はいはい、
みんなのニュー
そういうビデオ
リゾリューションどうするみたいなビデオ
はい Montana Margo's in 5th place. Nice job. Yuki said my end of the year video about New Year's goals. はい
みんなゴール頑張ってる私頑張っててですね
Yuki asked if everyone is working hard on your goals for those of you who watched that video and decided to follow along with us.
そう私の今年のゴールはこれ毎日このノート国語のノートを1ページ筆ペンで練習するっていうやつなんですけど
So Yuki's New Year goal like on the video that we did earlier this last month at the end of last month is to do a single page a full page in this notebook every single day of fude pen practice. This you may recognize these from the first part of this series. This is when she wrote in regular pen for the to show you guys how to write in regular pen for the meanings and writings series. And she's reusing those pages so that they don't go to waste. So this is her practicing all kinds of different kanji in fude pen. Come to Japan Dance is mostly lurking in the background today, but wanted to sneak into the quiz real quick. Glad to have you here, Come to Japan Dan. The goal video is great. I set goals and I'm doing my best. These look so good, says Alex Bogue. Yeah, obviously, Yuki's kanji are very, very nice.
Yeah.
Of course, she's not satisfied with them just yet, but.
そうちょっとここでみんなに見せて頑張っているよアピールを
Are there any? Did I do any in this book?
はいはいここ
These are my my this year's goals. Often on the second of the month of January, people write down their New Year's resolutions in kanji with a fude pen. In Japan, many people do this with the fude pen at this time of year, or they do with an actual brush. But they usually do yojijukugo, so 4 kanji words that encompass like a more specific meaning. And I picked these 4.
読める
なんだっけ? I can't remember. レッスンなんとか精霊活筋 and 読書交友 and 根治弁行 and 読書三味
三昧ですね
三昧
読書三昧だ
So this one is getting really immersed in reading. This one is working hard despite not being super smart. Working hard and studying hard despite not being super smart. This one is reading in order to become friends with ancient wise men. So using reading in order to become friends with ancient wise men. And then this one, this one is the working really hard despite not having
それは一生懸命働く
working really hard. So those are my 4 Yojijuku goals. All right, let's go ahead and get Yuki's first quiz question.
はいじゃあ
I sort of set
私
goals, but I really need to get more specific. Not sure what I can accomplish and don't want to bite off more than I can chew and fail. Yeah, that can be an issue. People don't like to set goals and then fail at them, so it can be hard to set realistic goals. But it's okay to like reset your goals as you go. Like I like to set really hard goals and then sort of modify them as I go and make them more realistic.
はい
どうぞ。
じゃじゃんそう私は頑張っていきたいと思います今年1日1ページ頑張って書くんだ
頑張ろう
練習するんだみんなみたいにね
I've already modified my goals. Mine was 2 hours of reading 5 days a week with an hour on the weekends, and then writing a journal and pitch accent practice. But I've already sort of dropped the journal a little bit because I found that having to read 2 or more hours every single day makes it hard to find time to actually write. So the journal is not every day. It's whenever I have the time. So I've already like modified my goals, but I'm not too worried about that. But the 2 hours of reading I'm killing that. That's I think I'm at 13 hours this week. So looking pretty good.
はいアンドレス惜しい、ファントム・ウィズ・ガードも惜しい
Close.
青サビ久しぶり惜しい ルーカス・ベイジかな。ルカ・ビジ
is first.
はい、1番です。ルカ・ビジさん1番。ウィグさん2番。ファイブトートスロースベアが3番で、スター組4番です。
Gazetta's second. Says first time watching for a bit learning, Japanese on and off, mostly off, LOL, since I was 11. I'm 28 now and decided to finally take it seriously at the end of 2025. Sounds good, Gazetta. Welcome to the stream.
そう、小さいね、小さいつを入れないと。
There you go, Andres.
お、いいですね。アンドレス5番。モンタナマーゴ、惜しい。スモールツでお願いします。
Just have to make that small. Jutsupun is what it's become right now. So you want Jupun. Five to Sloth Bear says 自分のゴールを三日坊主にならないように頑張ります。
Come to Japan さんだよ。Come to Japan.
What did I say?
Five to Sloth Bear.
Come to Japan then ね。
はい。
Phantom Vizgard also.
はい。6番です。いいですね。ちょっとトリッキーだったね。
ね。This one can also confuse people when they it's easily confused with 4.
難しいやつですね。
4 days ね。
あ、全然
Biggs
引っか
did
か
not
ってない。
confuse it. Biggs is in first place with Luca BG in BG, is that correct? In second place. You guys are fast. Must be in the next room. Andres is in third with 5 Toes Bear in fourth. Stargumi in fifth. Phantom Vizgod in sixth. Doesn't look like anyone's confused by this one. Okay, good.
素晴らしい。
Castler, I'm getting started with Japanese. Genki is a great resource. It already has vocab in it. Is it therefore overkill to be using both Genki and Tango for vocab to avoid overload? How do you make the small tsu? You would type that one as ni pum, so you'd use 2 P's. Ni ju, and then instead of typing tsu, you'd do P twice. P-P-U-N. And that gets you the small tsu automatically. If you want to type it separately, you put X or L before tsu, before typing tsu, and that makes whatever comes after it small. But you don't need to do that. You can just type N-I-J-U-P-P-U-N, and that gets you a small tsu before the pum. I forget the count.
ありがとうございます。10分、like list を見せてくれてる人がいます。
As for overkill, Genki's vocabulary is very, very specific to students who are studying abroad in a university. So there's a lot of vocab that you don't necessarily need. And if you are studying for the N5, there's a lot of vocabulary that you also won't be getting. So studying Tango vocabulary or another N5 deck instead of Genki's vocabulary is what I would do. And then just browsing the Genki vocabulary if you need it. But anyway. Hoping to start immersing soon, but my PC died, so waiting to get my friend's PC to start properly. At around 1K words in Anki right now. Sounding good. 1,000 words, you're gonna have a fun time with immersing. But I assume you just mean consuming lots of native content. But that's a good clarification. Thank you. You're very welcome. Hey, let's see.
Hi. Oh. あ、モンタナマーゴ20分タイピングできています。いいですね。
アンドレス。
いいね。アンドレス1番。ルカビジ2番。早いね。
Thank you, Philip. I'm glad to hear that you found them helpful.
ありがとうございます。
Is that focused?
みんなちょっと
戸惑っているのかな、
戸惑っているのかな、もしかして。
Everyone's forgetting, what is that one? Is it time? Is it temple? Fitting for the new year. Yes, indeed.
まだ行ってないね、善光寺さん。
We have not gone to Zenkoji, but usually you go to a shrine anyway. Come to Japan, Dan.
はい、3番。Come to Japan, Dan 3番です。
We did go to all of the shrines around Yuki's home.
そうだけどちょっと、このライブストリーム終わったら今日行かないとね。
Welcome, Lady Blackburn. Long-time subscriber, first-time chatter. Good to have you here.
ありがとうございます。
Montana Margo as well.
あ、いいですね。モンタナマーゴお寺4番です。
Go ahead and pop that one off. Ooh, here's a good one. Oh, did you see it? It doesn't look like a word, but it's a word. It's not this or this. It's that. 早い。
みんな
Andres is in
早
first
い
place. Come to Japan Dan in second. Aosabi in third. Krum, welcome to the stream in fourth. Vizgod in fifth. Phantom Vizgod in fifth. Biggs in sixth. Five Toes Salt Bear in seventh. Stubbed Tews Go. I can't read it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call you Stub is in eighth. Stargumi in ninth. Luca BG in 10th. Gazeta in 11th. Hajbos, welcome to the stream in 12th. Nimitz the Fish, long time no see, in 13th place. Akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. Suddenly 13 people. 14 people were not aware of Otera, which means temple. Temple. Otera. This one means river, obviously. Sounds like most people know that. Montana Margo, you got there as well in 14th.
みんなさ息を吹き返したね。このはい。
Oh, there's a good one. I feel like a few people are gonna have a few extra vowels in here.
みんなお願いします。
頑張れ。
ユキのクイズもお願いします。
Yuki's quiz is getting. Oh, we got there. We got there.
クラムさんかな。
クラム。
はい、クラム。1番ルカビジ惜しい。2番ルカビジ惜しい。ガゼラ。ガゼラ。2番。ガゼラ2番です。ファントム・ビズ・ゴード。惜しい。のうだな。カム・トゥ・ジャパンも惜しい。
惜しい。惜しい、by the way, means close, but not quite.
ビグス3番。ビグスが3番です。危ない。ファイブトードスロスベア4番。アンドレス5番。アイリスコなんて読むの？
アイリスでいいよ。
アイリス
違います。惜しい。
アイリス惜しい。
スタブ。
スタブ。6番。スター組。惜しい。
Close.
ゴールドジャックハンマー。
Close.
惜しい。ファントム・ビズ・ゴード。
OK。
来たついに7番ファントム・ビーズ・ゴーと7番です。スターグミン8番いいですね。
はい。I've been using WaniKaini for vocabulary and it's perfect. Nice.
お、カムトゥジャパンだ。9番。9番がむずい。
OK。
ゴールドジャックハンマーさん難しいね。
So that word is actually jo. So it's a short jo. It's not jo. It's jo.
そう。
And it's a little confusing because jo, it basically just sounds like a really long jo. But it's a short jo and then o. So it's queen. Means queen. Woman king. Mine are easy today.
ちょっと難しいよね。JO か。タイピングするのは。JO だよね。
そう、JO。
スモールよ。
OU。
そうだね。
the type ね。はい。Gazetta is in first place with Japania. Welcome to the stream in second. Biggs in third. Luca BG in fourth. Mommon, welcome to the stream in 10th. Sub in sixth. Come to Japan Dan in seventh. Five Toes Love Bear in eighth. Stargumi in ninth. And that is a reading stub, but it is not the word we are looking for. Aosabi says wasureta. Switch it. You have princess. Indeed.
ねえ。
Princess would be. で、Nimitz Fish 10th place. Nice job.
はい、いいですね。
Mine are easy today. お前はもう死んでいる。
はい。じゃん。
Oh, that's a good one for today.
いいですね。これね、さっき出たよ。
ね。
これここのイラストに出たね。今日の。
何？Montana Margo got there as well. 11th place. Nice.
いいですね。みんな早い。ジャパニエル1番、アンドレス2番、ファントム・ビズ・ゴット3番、ルカビジ4番、ビッグス5番、ガゼタ、6番、カムトゥジャパンダウン7番、スターブ8番、モンモン、9番、スターグミ10番、ニミッツ・ダ・フィッシュ11番、ファイブトルス・ロースベア12番、いいね。ユーザー・ピージーさん13番、
モンタナマーゴ
モンタナマーゴ14番です。
Hi, excellent job. Okay, Yuki got one that everyone could answer. That's good. Let's see if I can get another one.
は
Oh,
い。
that's a good one.
おー、いいですね。
I hope everyone was able to do this a little bit during the New Year's holiday. The IME gives horse as a completion for kotoshi. Oh, that's cool.
すごい。
Interesting.
すごいね。
Andres is in first place, I believe, with Luca BG in second, Stargumi in third, Phantom Vizgod in fourth, Japaniel in fifth, Biggs in sixth, Monmon in seventh, Come to Japan Dan in eighth, Stub in ninth, and Crumb in 10th. Five to Sloth Bear gets 11th place with the Gazetta in 12th, Nimitz the Fish in 13th, and User, that is correct, in 14th place.
はい。
Knocked him out there. Montana Margot
みんないいですね。
gets there as well in 15th. Hey, we'll do,
はい。
I believe, one more.
もうちょっとどうしようかな。1枚取るの難しい。
よく休みました。
お
よかったです。There's a good one.
よく休みました。いいですね。私も
Oh, safe. Okay.
よく休みました。
どうかなはい。
はい、青サビいいですね。1番アンドレス、2番ジャパニエル、3番ファントムベイズゴット、4番クラム、5番スターブ、6番ビッグス、7番
ズベンドゥ
ズベンドゥ、
かな
ズベンドゥ、8番ファイブトートスロースベア、9番ルカビージ、
合ってる。OK。
合ってる？
大丈夫です。
ルカビージ、10番
スター組。
スター組、そうだね。スティグ01は
違い。まあ、it's the meaning, but not quite how to read it.
スター、ごめんなさいね。スター組11番ガゼタ。
10だな。
本当
？11か。はい。お願いします。
はい、ガゼタ12番マックスヒーローゲーマー、13番アイリス10、お、
ちょっと違う。
アイリス惜しい。アイリス惜しいです。
Close, but not quite.
モンモン14番モンタナマーゴ15番、
はい。
ユーザーフィジー10、ちょっと待って16番、ネミツダフィッシュ17番カムトゥジャパンダウン18番です。
Alright, very good job. Okay, so that is the quiz. We will have another one at the end of this lesson when we get through our words for today, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of. 教科書で
百発百中という四字熟語を学びました。すごい。
Oh, nice.
いいですね。
私
私も百発百中を目指していきたいです。漢字ね。
百発百中ってどういう意味ですか？
文章ってか意味的には100回この打ったら100回全部当たるっていう意味なんですけど。
で、使い方。はい。
使い方は
When you shoot a gun and you hit something 100 times, you shoot a gun 100 times, hit 100 times, and the usage would be?
全部正確に物事を当てられるってことですね。
Just to get it right every time?
そうそうそう。
Okay.
まあ
Nice.
物理的にもあれ抽象的にもですね。
So it can be used abstractly and literally as well. Try 100 times and you'll finally get it. ダンはちょっと違う意味伝えてるんだけどどっちなのかな？ダンは if you try it 100 times you'll eventually get it っていう意味で言ってるんだけどどっちなのかな？
あれれ嘘でしょ。私間違えてるのかな？
だったら受ける。100発100中。はい。Let's see. We'll get I don't remember how to do this. It's been a while.
はい。発射すると必ず命中すること。
はい。So if you every time you do you always hit the mark and 予想がいつでも必ず当たること。So everything you imagined goes exactly as planned, basically. Okay, so it is that one. You're close, Dan.
ごめんね、ダン。
Made me worried a little bit that we were getting that meaning wrong, but it's okay. All right, so
じゃあ
today we
ユキ合ってたんだよね。
ユキ合ってたよ。
よかった、ユキよかった。 ユキネイティブだった。危なか
よか
っ
ったよか
た。
った Let's go ahead and watch the quiz one more time to figure out all of the words we're going to be learning today. And, well, you probably already learned them because lesson 22 has been out for a while. But I want to learn kanji. Can you guys give me some instructions on where to start? Sure. I got something that'll help, I think. So let's go ahead and jump over to YouTube. And we'll go ahead and look at this channel called ToKini Andy.
はい。
Might help a little bit. So there's this channel here, eh? If you go to our channel and you scroll down a little bit here to the complete JLPT N5 kanji course, we introduce you to how I would learn kanji. And then we've got the stroke order rules that sort of give you an idea of what to do. Then what parts and radicals are. And then we teach you how to recognize and write each and every kanji in the JLPT N5. And then this series, which this live stream is based on, then teaches you how to read every single word you need for to learn how to read the kanji for the N5 and the Kanken level 10, which is the test that Japanese native kids can take. Usually elementary school students take this test, the level 10, which is the lowest level of that. So if you literally just go through this series, you'll probably be off to a very good start.
はい。や
All
っ
right,
て
so
み
let's go
てく
ahead
だ
and
さい。
take a look at the quiz. Take a look at the skit for today. 休みの間に何をする？
いいアイディアがあるよ。
え？何？
いつも休みにゴロゴロしている。
うん。
だから先生の家に行ったよ。
うん。
そして先生に聞いたよ。
で、先生は何と言っていた？
休みだから時間がたくさんあるでしょ。
うん。で、
先にコンビニに行って
コンビニで何をする？
日本の新聞を買う。
ふーん。なんで？
それをたくさん読んで日本語を勉強すると言っていた。
お、立派なアイデアだね。
じゃあ立って行きましょう。
All right. So, this time around,
はい。
unlike last year, we're going to jump right into. Usually, I'd write the kanji, each kanji for each word, here on the whiteboard. But instead of doing the whiteboard, which I usually don't have too much trouble with, we're just going to go right into brush pen from today. So, I'll go ahead and write it once in brush pen, and we'll see how terrible it is. And then Yuki will write it a bit. Well, let me turn down the brightness a bit so you can see the actual outline of the paper. Okay, then Yuki will write hers really nice, and I'll try and do it a little bit nicer than my first try after that, using hers as a reference. And then what we can do is we will have you guys go ahead and share your
はい。
kanji with us in Discord. So if you're a member of the Discord, you can join the media share chat down in the left side on the chat room bar and share your images there. You have to be a member of ToKiniAndy.com to have the role to share the images there. But even if you are not a member, you can probably get a lot from seeing the mistakes that other people make and that we correct. So this is, for example, one that will be popping up. And then we have the Discord here. If you're on the Discord, you jump down over to the media share channel down here. And then we've already got Five Toes Sloth Bear sharing his horse. We did this in my calligraphy class for the year of the horse.
おー、天馬ね。
Tenma is
い
a
いです
mythological
ね。
flying horse,
は
but
い。
not like a winged Pegasus. So we'll be correcting them here. That's really, really nice.
上手。いや、非常にいい。
It's nice. So anyway, we'll be looking at everyone's there to help out. So to get started, let's see my first brush pen of the year on stream. Let's see
Hi.
how it goes. Should be okay. Phew. Aida. Aida is a little bit tough. I have troubles with the gate. The gate kamai. What would you call that? Like an enclosure.
Mongamai.
Mongamai. I have trouble keeping both sides sort of even with regular pen. So this should be a bit interesting. I've watched your Genki video up to episode 16. Hope I can master it. Really helped me all this time. Thank you so much, guys. You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that you found that helpful. Just joined the website. I'm super excited to really take my Japanese far this year. Welcome to the website and welcome to the stream with Milk. Thank you for your support. I hope that you'll find the website helpful. Please do let us know if you have any issues or whatever in the comments. I'm sure we'll see in the comments because there's lots of opportunities to share stuff and to ask questions there. Could be good actual practice for everyone to see you write with a real pen, then brush after. LOL. Also, maybe amazing practice for Andy as well. A real pen could be good. That's what always happens. This always happens. My doors on the right are always more squished than my ones on the left for some reason. So this is pretty much representative of what I end up writing.
でも上手
Really?
いい、バランスが結構いい
Okay. That's good.
はい
At least my stroke order was correct as well. T Sutter, welcome to the stream. Can't participate in Discord tonight, but watching and listening. みんな頑張ってね。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます
Let's see what Yuki's got for us. I have to watch her closely. Okay, so she's starting way up in the left corner, higher up than I did. Her line is obviously more even than mine. Sasuga Puro. She's filled up the box with that sun part. Okay, that makes it easier to balance it probably. And the right side is much taller than I expected. And the sun is thinner than I expected. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Notice a couple things. I noticed I sliced up to the right for some reason there, which you did not do. I should have stopped there.
なんか宇宙人の顔みたいなんですけど
Looks like an alien face, she said.
そう
I see an insect face.
こういうこのちょっとだけねここがこうこういうなんていうの イーブンにそう気持ちアップしていくとこっち側が自然に気持ちアップしてそうそうそうそう
So you're starting a little bit higher over here. Interesting. Okay.
確かに Andy has two hooks.
Yeah, I have two hooks. I just mentioned that. I sliced up here, which is not what you want. Okay, so this is super insect face. I like it. Okay. I'm going to start way up here. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. But I'm going to have to be way up here then.
I いいよ、いい感じ。
I have to get back into the swing of things with that stroke.
いいよ、すごく上手。いい。
Well, it's better than the first one.
上手。
Better than the first one. Obviously, my straight lines need some work, so I can.
あれだね。私もうちょっとなんか門のひらひら大きく描いた方がいいよね。ワイダーにした方がいいかも。
こっち？
そうそうそうそう。
Really?
私が。
So Yuki thinks that she should make these a little wider. Really?
違うかな。
全然わかんないそういう。
なんかインセクトフェイスをちょっとやめたい。
I think mine still looks like an insect face. あ
あ
ちょっと残念。
まあ大丈夫です。他がいい感じです。うんうんうん。いやいいよ。いい。
It's not
ア
so
ンディ
bad.
上手。
Figuring out how to sort of kimochi up, so go a little bit up to the right here, and then using the full upper left and right square made balancing out these gates a lot easier than what I was doing before. It's a
は
little
い。
bit better. Okay.
いいですね。
Yeah, that is it's an insect. There you go, Five Dust Sloth Bear. Yes, indeed.
はい。
So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at first we'll take a look at I guess Montana Margot's
はい、モンタナマーゴのやつ
her
見ます。
gate is over here, so we'll go ahead and
写真フルサイズにした方がいい？
いや、
でかすぎ
いいと思います。
はい、OK です。うん。いや、いいよ。いい、上手。そうね。これ紙が斜めってだけだよね。写真が斜めってのかな。
いや、髪が斜めてないで。
あ、紙が斜めってないか。そうか。ちょっと。
It's a little hard on white paper to practice these, right? Because you're automatically going to have difficulty. It might be nice to even like just try to use a ruler or something to make yourself a box, which will make it easier to balance things out, I think.
そうだね。ボックス作ったら結構まっすぐなラインが描けていいかもしれません。かな。でも他は結構良いんだよね。門構えの大きさこの、もう結構いいし、全然その火がスクイッシーになってないし、両方とも同じくらいのサイズで良いじゃないですか、門構え。
These are about the same size, yeah. I don't necessarily think you want to come below the start too much. So you could make this a little bit shorter, I guess.
そうね。まあでもブラシで描いてんだもんね。
ブラシペンね。
そう、ブラシペン。
まあ何で描いてるかは正直わかんないけど。
だからもし言うとするなら、気持ちイントロとこのエグジット、
エントリーズね。
そう、エントリーズ、この入りで止め、このエントリー&ストップスがこのエンディングがあった方が、ブラシペンっぽい雰囲気が出るかな。
Making a little bit clearer your entry, coming in right here and then stopping down here clearly, like a little bit more clearly. Just pausing with your brush held in the paper, it'll automatically add a little bit of well, you can see it here on hers. It's sort of like sharper. I didn't get it perfect, but you can see that I've like stopped there. You paused. But yeah.
そのぐらいでも上手、それ以外はすごくよく描けています。まあピッキーで言ってるからね、その入りと止めの部分ね。
まあそういうライブストリームなのよ。はい。It looks like we might not have too many people sharing practice in here. Let us know if any of you guys are practicing and sharing in the Discord. I know that a lot of the people who practice with us in the Discord today are actually sick, so we might not be getting a whole lot of entries here for people who practice. So if that's the case, that's fine. It's a lot of people are sick this time of year. I know I had pneumonia at this time of year last year. So
ねみんな結構シックになっていく。
ね。お大事に。
ね、みんなお大事に、本当。
はい。So our next word is going to be, while we wait for others to arrive, you can of course start submitting all of your practice if you want in the Discord, but I'm not expecting too much today. So anyway, our next word is going to be sensei, which is teacher. Teacher. A lot of you probably already know that word. I mean, I am practicing, but I'm not in the Discord. No worries. That's perfectly fine. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. The first kanji in sensei is before, or before. So I wonder if I should have started higher up. I'm never really sure on this kanji. It probably should have been higher up there. Oh my god, I lifted too soon.
難しいですね。ふむふむふむ。こ
That
の
leg is
羽
good.
いい
This
ね。
has got to be way longer.
羽いいです。いい。はい。
はい。
上手。
ありがとうございます。
精はとっても上手です。
Say is okay. Need some work on the saki. I've obviously messed up on that one right there. But anyway, let's see if Yuki can
はい。
make me look nicer.
いや、ちょっと私も。
I'm posting, but with fewer people, less time to do retries. No worries, keep the stream rolling. I'm also not on Discord, but watching and practicing during these lives helps a lot. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
そうそう、チップが曲がっちゃうときはこうやってちょいちょいってして先を整えた方がいいでしょう。
Hey, if the tip of your brush gets bent, doing what she just did there is very helpful in keeping your brush straight. Yeah, okay. You're starting way over there. Mm-hmm.
はい、
Okay.
どうでしょうか。
Oops.
お
That camera's not on. Okay, so I can see the main thing is for starters, I've made this too big. I didn't come for you're basically starting the fourth stroke there in the very middle, so I'm way too low down here, which gave me not a whole lot of room for my legs. And maybe this was a bit longer than yours. Let's just go ahead and see if I can make it look a little better than the first time. I should have started way higher.
大丈夫。いい。ロングレッグができますよこれ。いい。かっこいいですよこのロングレッグは。いい。いい。
まあいい。Little bit too short there, eh?
背が、いや
まあまあ。
いい。その
Legs are
一番
okay.
下の位置を長くすることで先生の線とのバランスをちょっと作ろうとしたところがいいと思いました。
まあ、okay. Could be worse. Let's go ahead and pull one of these over.
いいよ。結構ね、上手。この
You're starting up higher here helps, I think. So starting up here. And then, yeah, that gives a lot more room. So you want to start up higher towards the center, which gives me more room to start here down in the middle. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Mm. 素晴らしい。
Probably could have made the top a little bit bigger, but yeah, it could
い
be
い
worse.
よ。 よ。
まあまあ。
うん、いい。だって
微妙。
最初のやつ見て。
No, it's way better than the first one, yeah.
そう、
Well,
最初のやつこのさ上の部分さこのちのさ、センターラインより下に来てんじゃん、
Yeah.
だけど今度はこっちがこのちのラインより上だからさ、
The
ほら見
balance
て
on the
こ
first one
の
is definitely better. My first nama, this one, say was much better. The first one was much better. The second one, this one. But this one, obviously, this Saki Sen in Sensei has improved. So I'm happy with that. But thick legs, yes, indeed.
こっちね。
This one, ne? Hi. Okay, that's not so bad.
はい、いいですよ。
We've got a lot of pens floating around here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got so far over here. Okay, Montana Margot Sensei. Oh, that's really good.
あ、いい。
It's pretty good.
いいよ。
Definitely would probably be good to if you have a ruler or something to go ahead and try and draw yourself a box, just because your kanji are sort of getting
そうだね。
angled there, and drawing it top to bottom is very good. There's nothing wrong with that. We're doing the same thing, obviously, but you're gonna have a little bit of a angle coming in there, probably depending on what angle you have the paper placed at when you're writing. But other than that,
非常にいいと思います。エントリーも頑張ってるし、
you got your entry there
そう、
for each of your strokes.
止めも頑張ってる
Your
し、
stop here is very nice. Your slice up is good.
いい、とってもいいです。そう、ちょっとそのアングルだけかな。もう
The angle definitely stands out a little bit.
なんかルーラーがなくても、もしなんか紙とかがあれば、
you could use paper as well.
そう結構ね、
So you put your paper up against.
そう、こういう風になんか
Fold it in half
そう
and then go ahead and line that up and then just 1,
そう。
2, 3. It makes life a lot easier drawing yourself some squares. The one other thing I wanted to mention, since Yuki's not too kibishi today, if I were to make a little bit, if I were to make this a little bit, wanted to make it look a little bit nicer, I would put a little bit more pressure on the beginning of your stroke and sort of let up on the pressure as you sweep out. Because this, it actually starts thin. What's happened on your stroke there is you've started thin
そうか。
and then gotten thicker,
そうですね。
which is the opposite of what you want here. So yours kind of has done this. You've started light and then you've pushed down as you've gone. So you've gotten something like that. But you want the exact opposite. You want to push down and then sweep out. So as you're sort of picking the brush up as you like, that's my feeling at least. I'm pushing down, I'm sliding out, and then I'm slowly picking up the brush as I sweep out. So instead of getting this and pushing down, you get slowly picking up the brush so that at the end all that's left is the tip, and then you get a nice thin, like, obviously I'm not great at this yet, but slowly picking the brush up as you go down will make a huge difference on your swept out strokes.
その正の方もだね。
This one as well. So you start with the brush all the way down and then slowly lift the brush as you come out here and then move over to the next.
そうか、それ払ってないのか。
払ってないです。
先生のマーゴの先生のそのあれレグズの方、一足の方はできてるじゃないですか。その
That's true. So basically you've got what you did here. This is actually exactly the same part as this. So you want this here and here, essentially. Yeah?
そうだね。それがね、こことその先生の線と正にくっついてれば。
Your legs are correct there, so you're basically like that. Those are fine. Those look good. Okay. Very good. Looks like we've got a couple in here. We've got, Ni meets the fish. Thanks for sharing.
いいですね。
And we've also got a Five-Toed Sloth Bear. We'll start with Five-Toed Sloth Bears here. I'm not sharing the desktop. Sorry about that.
はい。
All right, so Five-Toed Sloth Bear, for those of you who aren't aware, is using a full-on calligraphy brush, so a big boy. So advice for him will obviously be a little bit different than what for you possibly.
そうだね。まず これ半分じゃない？半紙の半分かな、4つか6つか、半分4分の1か、6分の1の大きさだと思うんだよね、この半紙の。
I have no idea.
その半紙がこう1枚ある。
わかるけど、どっちなのか全然わからないので、
確かにね、
参考にならない。ごめんね。
まずストローク自体はいい。
Your strokes are good.
とてもいい。いつもと同じ感じで良い。でちっちゃいじゃない？この半紙さ、いっぱいに書くとスペースがいっぱいあるから、そんなにつまらないんだけど、その枠の中に書こうと思った時、このボックスのラインの中に書こうと思った時に、ちょっとね小さめ、思ってるより小さめに書いた方が後でバランスが取れるようになるっていうのも。
So you want to draw it a little bit smaller is what she's saying, eh?
この5トゥードスロスベアの門構えは結構大きくワイドに書いてある感じがしない？でこの中の火だけがちょっと小さめ。でも間っていう感じはなんとなくこの中が一番本当は大きく書かなきゃいけなくて、こっちの火はちょっと小さめ。
So she's saying you can draw your gate a little bit smaller. You want to start a little bit smaller to keep the balance looking better.
So looking バランス
Basically,
でかな。
you
もう
want
ちょ
your days to be about the same size, really, if we're looking at Yuki's. Your day, like, because this is sun, right? Technically
あ
speaking.
こっちに出てない。
Sorry. はい。This part here is sun, basically speaking, and you want them to be about the same size. So this one is much, much smaller than your other ones. So in order to make them about the same size, you want to sort of pull those both in and make them each a little bit smaller. But
か
otherwise,
この火を超ワイドにする。
or make this much, much bigger.
そうだけどそれだと超全体的にね、このスクイッシーな字のスタイルに見えちゃうんだけど。
But then it'll make it look sort of hamburgery, squished.
そうだけどこの門構えの大きさだと、もうちょっとこの火を横に大きく書いた方がバランスがよく見える。
If I could add a little something, it looks like if you're using the bottom, your chichichi, your lines in the bottom as your guides. I believe you want your suns of on the gate parts to be up in the upper square.
そうだね、それ
You
が
want
い
them
い
to
か
be
な。
up in the upper square, and then you want this sun to take up the whole. You want the sun to start here and just below this line. And that will probably basically solve your balance. Just make these stay up in the upper squares and this be taking up the full bottom square, and they'll be about the same size. That's what I learned from looking at Yuki's.
そうだね、そうだね。それが
That's the most
小さめに書くって。
Because you saw, I did the opposite of what you did. I made them really, really small, and then my sun was down here. These two are the same, but this one's not. And then you look at hers, and she takes up the full upper square. She does not go below the line on her two here. And then this is the same size. So I learned from that, and I started just filling up the upper squares with my suns. And then they seem to balance out. This one looks a little bit like what you did there, but I just made my sun too small, I guess. Arigato, thanks for the feedback. Happy to help. Is there a pattern for when it's read as ma instead of aida? Yeah, for sure.
まも。
Ma, there's usually other phrases that include ma. So like
あっという間。
attoyuma, for example, is a phrase, and that would not be attoyu aida. It's just known as the phrase. So as with all kanji, right? With everything, I always recommend that you... Oh, I can't do that. Oh, well. I always recommend that you learn the words or the phrases that have the kanji. Maniao. Yeah, there's another one. The word is maniao. You're not reading the kanji as ma here. The word itself, the phrase is maniao. And the kanji are being used to represent it. So instead of learning that sometimes this is read as ma, you just learn that the word is maniao and the kanji used for it is this. And your life becomes significantly easier. Significantly. Schema, yeah, there's another one. But when it's just the word on its own, It's usually aida. This one is used just to represent aida. So that's generally my word of advice. Learn the words that go along with it, and you'll figure out how to do it. Okay, so this is Nimitsu the fish.
はい。
I
い
believe.
い。とってもいい。
I believe. Let's make sure.
そうちょっとね、このさ門構えさ私苦手だからなんですけど、ミニタフィッシュ超上手。
Very good, she says.
そうね。
If we were to follow the advice that we just gave Five-Toed Sloth Bear, you've got your kimochi up here very nice, which sounds like you were paying attention to the advice. And you would probably, I bet you would change this here too, just based on what we told Five-Toed Sloth Bear. And that would be, you want this a little bit bigger in order for it to be the same size as the other gates.
それがね、超難しいんだけどね。
Just a little bit bigger, so that you've basically got the same size on both of these. That's pretty much it. Yuki's gonna show you something here apparently.
そう、この門構えってこのボックスがあったら、なんかこんな感じになってて、ここにね門構えが来て、こういう感じね。で、ここをできるだけこのスペースを多く取る。
You want to take up as much space as you can within the gate.
練習しないとちょっと難しいんだけど、すごく、こうボックスがあってチチとあるじゃない、そしたらね超難しいよね。こんな感じか。そうすればこういう感じ、こういう感じで、ここをすごくスペース取りたいの。ここ
She wants to take up a lot of the space there.
を取るように意識して書くのが、多分私もやってるんですけど。
That's what she's doing, ね。
そうそうそう。
And what makes more sense for me, like that's what she's thinking about, and so that might be helpful for some of you, especially more art inclined people. What made much more sense for me is just trying to make them all the same size.
そうじゃないとね、どうしてもここが大きくなっちゃうと、ここにね何も書けなくなっちゃうの。
So yeah, if these become too big, then there's no room to write down here. But other than that, I mean, that looks really good, honestly. You've got your entries. You stopped clearly. Your kimochi up, looking very good. You got your slice back.
とってもいいです。
Nimitsu the fish sensei.
はい。
I would give the same advice here as I gave to Montana Margot, and that is I would draw some boxes. Like if you have a ruler, a second piece of paper, I would draw some boxes so that these line up better. Because you kind of want these to be sort of lined up right down the center, eh? And then you want these to sort of be lined up right down the center. And you want them to be about the same size. Your se here is quite a bit bigger than your sen, but it's almost like it's just almost impossible to do that without the boxes. So having those to get used to. I like your sweep out here, like your legs down here. You could go a little bit thinner on your sweep out on these ones if you wanted to, I guess. Because this, just like Montana Margot's first one, this one is, your ending is thicker than your start. So just raising your brush, it looks like you're using a brush pen as you sweep out can be helpful. But you've got your entries looking really nice, your exits. This looks really cool. Your kimochi up all around. This is good.
そう、それぞれの漢字はとってもいい感じですよね。
Each individual kanji looks really good, yeah.
ただこの2個の言葉を書くなら、やっぱりアンディが言ったみたいにボックスを書くか、なんか真ん中にセンターライン引くとかでも全然 OK。
Oh no, Five-Toed Sloth Bear.
Oh,
a little bit of a. Well, we'll get there.
はい、OK。
はい。
そう。センターラインを引くだけでもいいと思います。
Even just writing a center line can be helpful. That's a good point. Having just a line down the center can be really helpful instead of creating a full box.
はい。Five-Toed Sloth Bear の先生いきたいと思います。
スーパーチキンかな。
スーパーチキン。
super chicken. I don't even know what super chicken means in English. So
すごい
unless you mean チキって
鶏
るかな。すげえチキってる。
そういうこと
If that's the meaning you're going for, like oh, you're such a chicken. If that's the chicken you're going for, then 超チキっている。You're being a super chicken. If you just mean a super, like the word super chicken with no meaning in particular, then super chicken. That's all.
なるほどね
A 1960s cartoon character. Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and jump into teaching.
はいじゃあ
Fight
先生ねまずストロークは非常にやっぱり良いです、で
Strokes are great.
そうさっきアンディと多分同じちょっとバランスの取り方の部分なんですけど、まず先生の線、
はい、
先っていう方ですね before まあ formal の方、この真ん中のボックスのラインよりもちょっと上でこの最初のレッグスよりも上のパート書き終わりたいね、
Right.
そうそう
So you want to finish this part above the middle line.
So
this should be starting just above the middle line or at least on the middle line. So you want this to be up a bit. I've noticed that when people draw this one, I used to try and think of these both being about the same size, but I could never figure out why it looked weird. But the upper part definitely feels a little bit smaller than you'd expect when natives are writing this kanji.
はい。
はい。どうぞ。
レギュラーペンでその漢字を小さく書くっていうのはブラシのチップの使ってる部分をより細くしなきゃいけないからそこがそのブラシコントロールのスキルになるんですけどレギュラーペンの話なんだけどねそれが多分今ねペンの結構ね使ってると思うんだよねこのペンブラシのペンがあったらレギュラーペンの多分ねこの 70% ぐらいね今ブラシペンこの部分で書いてると思うんだけど
全然見えない、はい、
超難しい話だよね
全然難しくない、はい、
今このぐらいで多分ね 70% ぐらいのブラシエリアで書いてると思うんだけど小さく書くボックスの小さく、中に書くにはこのペンをこの辺まで、50% ぐらいまでにしないと多分細くストロークを書くのが難しいんですよ。
はい。
お願いします。
はい。Okay. From the beginning, I can make this very short. She said it looks like I mentioned how you want to make the top of your saki or your sen a little bit smaller than you'd expect, more up on top of the box. And she said to do that, it looks like what you're doing is you're using about 70% of the brush right now, but to draw a little bit smaller, you want to make sure you're only using about 50%. That's it. That's what she said.
はい。で、ここがね、今使ってるゆるゆる柔らかいゾーンも残してこのねうまくその字を書くっていう練習をちょっとした方がいいかも。
So doing a little practice where you leave the upper 50% just uninked and not on the paper and just using the lower half of the brush might be good practice to make this a little bit thinner and smaller on top so you have more room for your legs below. Now this one, I think you've probably figured it out.
はい。カメラスイッチしないと。
Your first stroke looks nice.
はい。
Your second stroke looks nice. Third stroke, we need to start up here.
そうですね。漢字の間違いが。
So you've put a no on tama here instead, but what you want here is this to come out the top. So it comes out here. But the unfortunate part of that is it actually looks really, really nice.
はい。
It's so close. So close. There's nothing really to add to this one, I feel like. Just want to make sure you come out the top there. Okay. Nice.
そうだね。間違っちゃったけど、結構いい感じ。
Looks really nice.
そ
Just
し
a
て
small
その
mistake there.
正の方のストロークの太さは多分そのペーパーに対して大きさが合ってるっていうか。
The thickness of your strokes on that one were really good, she said. correct for the type of paper you're using. That's fine. I've done it many, many times myself. All right. The fact that you're even trying with a regular brush means there's no need to be embarrassed because it's a very, very difficult thing. I've never done it myself at all. Lady the Clown says, yeah, props for putting yourself out there. Okay, so this kanji is going to be even more difficult because it's got the mongamai, kiku. So to listen or to ask, depending on the situation, obviously. So it's got mongamai, which we've practiced with, so we should be okay there. And then inside is going to be ear. So that's a lot to fit in there. Let's see if I can pull it off somehow.
頑張ってスペースを作ってください。
はい。This pen's bleeding.
本当だ。
This might be the new one. I'm going to switch pens and do it one more time, but
でもいいよ。まあ、インクがブリーディングするのはアンディのスキルの問題ではないですね。
No, that's too fat. The bleeding makes it not look like ear anymore. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time with a different pen. This might be the new one that I bought.
あれなんか3個になってる。
うん、そう。これがこの前買ったやつ。まだまだできてない。
OK。難しいんですね。
Hold on. There we go.
はい。
I cannot get that straight for the life of me. I was doing good at those last week.
うん、いいよ。いい感じ。いや、いいよ。
Figure out how to turn my wrist so that I can get a nice.
うん。
I feel like that looks messy as all can be, especially my ear. But let's see what Yuki's got for us.
まあでもこのイヤー自体はバランス悪くないですね。
Thank you.
ちょっとだけ左側に来れたら結構真ん中にかけててよかった。
Okay, so I should have come more left because my ear is obviously off to the right a bit too much. Oh, says Michael Redford.
ね、この門構えの感じがすごく難しいんですよね。はい。
Okay.
アンディが言ったこっち側の縦棒からのこの払い、この時、こ こまではマイクがなかった。ここまでこの縦に来てるときはこの腕をそのままずっと一緒に動かすじゃん、
はい。
だけどここの羽の時だけこの持ってる筆をピュッてやるだけ、これをピュッてやるだけの方が、その腕を動かすんじゃなくて、
はいはい、My problem was、you're writing straight、ね、
そうそれです。
But what I was doing was、I was next to it. So my wrist was over here, which means it ends up looking weird like that. So I was like this, I was like this, you were like this.
Oh,
so that was my
なるほど。
issue. You were, I was writing like that, you were writing straight. That's much easier. I made that mistake.
そうか、こ
And
の
then it
リ
ends
ス
up
トの
pushing it, so it doesn't work. So if I go like that, then I can sweep out.
それだと
So basically, wrist location is very, very difficult to get used to because it feels super unnatural. But when I get to here, switching my wrist direction is very difficult. But
いやスペースは十分ありますね。
I should have started more to the left.
Mm. いい、結構いいよ。
It's actually better than my first one. Okay. So I just had to switch my wrist angle. That makes a big difference. I'm gonna hop and go to bed, but thanks for the stream. Oyasumi, Phantom Mizgod. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.
はい、おやすみ。
はい。
ありがとうございます。
All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at Montana Margot's here. I believe hers is going to be over here.
はい。いや、いいですね。モンタナマゴいい。うまい。まず、この耳のスペースが十分作れていて、とっても良いです。じゃない？最後のそのさ、中に収まってる。
Your ear has plenty of space to be inside the gates, so that's very good. You've made enough space for it. Ear also looks good. If being picky, I would try to. You've come like in with your final stroke, but まっすぐ.
そうだね。
You want this to be completely straight down. So you'd probably, more than you'd expect, this stroke can come way over. More than you'd expect, I feel like. If you take a look at Yuki's, so what you've got here is you've got your angle of your final stroke here like this, which is where it becomes hard to do this. If you take a look at Yuki's, you can see that her second to last stroke there comes way out past the upper line in Mimi, which gives her enough room to go just vertically straight down. Just drop that right down into the thing. I didn't get that right either. But I was able to go straight, but you can see mine is more straight on, but hers goes more out this way. So that makes it easier to make this straight. Because if you were to go straight here, it would end up being this line, which is why you had to go in there. But instead, if you make this go out to here, then you can just go straight down in a line.
はい。そうですね。このね、菊、マーゴの菊もちょっとアングルじゃないですか。だからその、もしストレートに全部かけてたら、そんなに気にならないような気がするんだよね。
If it was straighter, it wouldn't be as noticeable. いやーでもその耳
この
は結構気づくと思う。
耳がちょっとそのさちょっとこういうこのエントリーしてからシュッて書いたんじゃないかなって思うんだけど。
Just even drawing a line like this, I feel like can help instead of drawing a box. So and trying to keep everything sort of centered on that box. I'm just gonna draw really fast. It's not gonna be nice, but just having that line to work with, so you know where the center is at all times, can probably give you. Now, see, I'm drawing at an angle, so mine automatically becomes the opposite angle of yours. But see, I should be sitting in front of the paper to make my point. So you just have a line down the middle. You can draw it any way you want, and then draw around that line. So I still have that line there, so I know I've got a.
でもいいよ。
I know I need to have that as my center, so I want to use up about equal amount of both sides. So I'm going to come to there, and then start around here. I don't want to go below this line. About the same size in there, and then I'm going to start way out here, and I want to go past this. So now I have tons of room to go straight down. And I can follow that. I can use that center line as my sort of as my guide of what a straight line is. And then it becomes, instead of angled. So just even if you're using white paper, any of you, just giving yourself a nice straight line down the middle to work with seems to make life a lot easier for making straight lines and stuff. So, I mean, I shouldn't be the one giving advice here, but translating the advice that she gave. ありがとうございます. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nimitsu the fishes. Made some boxes there. Excellent job. Looking good.
いいよ。すっごいいい。
Very, very
上
good.
手。そうね。惜しいといえばここせっかくこの門構え全部、せっかく門構えのこのスペースすっごい頑張って作ったのに、この耳の最初の一番上の位置のスタートがまさかのこのミドルラインより下にから始まってしまっている。それは非常にもったいないです。ちょっと上からもうこのセンターラインよりちょっと上からこのちっちのちょっと上から始めた方が耳が下に詰まらなくてよくなる。
Unlike with Aida, for Mimi, you can start a little bit above the top line here. Since you've got all this space to work with, you can, and Mimi is quite big and tall. You can start your first line up above here, like right around here.
そう、こんなにスペースよく作ってある。そこめっちゃいいです。
This one you've started a little bit above, which is good.
そうだね。
This one's pretty good.
だけどそのぐらいかな。結構いいんだよね。
No, they're really good. If I were to just like what I've always struggled with Mimi, so I've spent a little bit of time on it. What I've noticed I have a tendency to do, and what you've done here as well, is making the second stroke in Mimi too long. I've always struggled with this, which is why I figure I can mention it. It's really easy to end up with this. So you've got your first line, right? And then you have, I always have a tendency to want to come about the same length down to here. Like I would with me. And then I've got all this space. But then, like, if I'm in the box or whatever, then I've got to make this thing like a mile long to compensate. Just to keep it balanced, right? And that's okay. Like, that's not a problem. But then it becomes super, super tall, which is a problem if it's within mongamai. So, what I found is really helpful with Mimi is to make that first line shorter than you think it needs to be. Like significantly shorter than you think it needs to be. And that gives you much more space to work with for the rest of the stroke. Like I made that work here, but it's much, much harder if that's within like I might have had, like if I made it that tall, you know, I basically need this much space. I know I did the stroke wrong there, but I need this much space within a mom to make it work. It just doesn't end up working, right? Well, that looks kind of cool, but yeah, so a little bit less, for me at least, a little bit shorter of a line than you'd expect on the second stroke of Mimi helps a lot. Domo. Yuki.
そうね。この位置もうちょっと上にかければ収まるような気がするんだけどな。
And if you just start a little bit higher, it helps a lot too. But anyway. はい。
ちょっと書いてみてもらわないとなんとも。
Ufis when his ref says Nimis the fish, yeah. So trying those either ways would be good. Random question, how would you guys explain the difference between keikan and omari-san and keisatsukan?
はい。
はい。Keikan, I believe, is like a shortened version of keisatsukan is
そう
what I
で
feel
す
like.
ね。うん。そうですね。
Keikan is just a shorter way to say that. And omari-san.
はい。おまわりさんはフレンドリーな言い方ですね。
It's a friendly way
で
to say it.
もおまわりさんっていうのはそのパトロールしてる警察官の人だよね。まあ
Yeah.
もちろんその人も警察官なんだけど、パトローリング、そう。
Omawari-san is a keisatsukan who is on patrol. And it's a friendly way to say it. So in Japan, if you've ever been here, you've probably noticed that there's often the little patrol cars with their lights on, just sort of no sound, just the lights on, just strolling around town, following all the rules. You could never imagine this in America because cops in America tend to run red lights and they're speeding all the time, and cops in America. I'm sure they do a great job in many different situations. That's not the point. But comparatively speaking, they tend to, quote, break the rules when it comes to driving. Whereas in Japan, they're always driving exactly the speed limit. They stop at every light and stop sign perfectly, and they've just got their lights on constantly. So it's like, as an American, it's always, I see a cop, a K-Kong, a car with a patrol car with the lights on. I'm like, oh, I got to be careful. But you really don't. They're just driving around to make sure nothing is going wrong all the time. So anyway, a police officer on patrol like that would be referred to as a omawari-san.
まあほとんどの場合はおまわりさんはそのフレンドリーな呼び方だよね。
A friendly way to
そう、オフィシャルその人のロールネーム、その仕事の名称は警察官だと思います。
Yeah, the official name, like a police officer, would be 警察官。
そうそうそう。うん。
And,
さ、おまわりさんに対してちなみにその警察官の人に話しかけるときはおまわりさんと呼んでもいい。
So when you're trying to get the attention of a police officer, you can refer to them as おまわりさん. So you can call them as that. On the road, you got to be aware of 白バイ?
はいはいはい。
The white bikes. Yeah. They tend to be out looking to pull people over. No worries, 5 totes lot bear. We'll go ahead and move on to Jikan. I believe we've already done
あれ聞くの
time.
みんなのやつ。
There's only one. 5 totes lot bear is working on
まだワーキング
working
を
on
ね。
it.
OK。
So we'll come back to that. I believe we've already done Ji, which is a Toki for Jikan. And then this is just Aida. So we'll just go ahead and do this one nice and quickly. I mean, I'm sure I'll need work on it, but we'll see if I can make it nice.
はい、非常にいいです。字はちょっとだけこの寺をトーラーにした方が良かったかなって思うんですけど、漢は非常に良いです。
So my kan Aida is good. Ji, she's saying I could have made the temple part on the right a little bit taller. Let's go ahead and see what she's got for us.
はい。
こっちでもいいよ。I see you've given the bottom part a lot more room. I'll answer your question in a moment, Obake. Okay, so you've made the bottom of Toki a lot taller than. Okay, so you've got your tsuchi on top a little bit more instead of centering that. Okay, so she's brought her tsuchi way up into the top of the box on the right. And then the bottom part of Tera is starting right in the middle. So that's how I could have made that one look a little bit nicer. To answer your question, Obake, I've pulled out a dictionary here. We've got kiku with the kanji that we learned today, which is mushi no ne wo kiku. These are just examples. Uwasa o kiku, so listening to, hearing a rumor, the sound of a bug, listening to the sound of a bug. Kiite akireru, so to listen and get bored of something or to get annoyed at something, I guess. Kikishi ni masaru ude. Kikishi ni usaru.
Masaru, 腕前。
腕前。
kikishiに勝る腕前ですね。はい。
それを説明してくれる？
聞いてたよりも、実際にはすごく、そうそう。
音楽を聞く. So you can use this one, the other kanji. You can use this one for listening to music, I believe, but this one is more specifically for listening to things like music or 講演も聞く. So listening to a like a lecture, I guess. A lecture, lecture. 聞くを使って書いても良い. So you can use the other one also. So this one can be used for anything. This one is more specific. But you can also use this one for all of these. So listening to music. This one's specifically listening to music or people talking, giving a lecture, something like that. But this one can also be used for that. So when in doubt, use this one.
Here to listen も同じ？
Here to listen も同じ？どういう？
Here は意識がなくても勝手に聞こえる音って感じ。
Yes, yes. It just means you can hear. And listen is to actually attentively listen. そういう違い？
そうです。そういう違いです。
So the other one, the other kanji that you mentioned is to listen attentively. It has that sort of blended into the kanji. Whereas kiku is more just to hear. But you can use the kanji for both.
そうです。careful, more attentive, would you say? って言ってます。The middle ground.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that gives much more room for the dot.
いいですね。
So that's already much better. That's the only one I'm going to worry about right now. Okay. Toki, ji. Okay. Sweet.
なんかこの聞くの方がさっきの辞書の説明では to hear って感じですよね。 勝手に耳に入ってくるって感じですよね。
Right, right. The kanji itself, ne? But the word, even when written as like I'm listening to music, I've seen it written this way many, many times. But the other one is obviously much more specific to like attentively listening to music versus just hearing music. All right, we've got a couple shared examples here. We've got Five Toes Love Bear and Nimitsu the Fish's examples. So let's go ahead and take a look at that.
めっちゃいいファイブトードスロス、めっちゃいいです。ファイブトードスロスベア。さっきの門構えのこのバランス、とっても良いです。
The balance on your 門構え is really, really good, she said.
そう、耳の入るスペース、すごくいい。
You have tons of room for your ear. Looking really good.
素晴らしいです。
You've also started above the line here, which is the advice she gave to Nimitsu the Fish. Looking good there.
惜しかったのはここの
Which was what was really close is what she's going to say here. Is
右側のこの羽
this one?
ここやっぱりちょっと難しいかな。
This is a difficult one and for me as
そう
well.
そう上に行くっていうよりかはそのスラッシュをね横にちょっと跳ねるっていうやり方の方がもしかしたらうまくいくかも。
She says it may be easier for you to think of going instead of going up as in going a little bit to the side, which makes sense because if you think of this hane as leading into the next stroke, if we were to follow your brush, you'd end up here, which means you're coming back down here, which is fine. But if you think of going over here more and then starting like that, it might be a little bit easier, is what she suggested.
そうだね。
But overall, excellent job.
はい。もういいです。とってもいい。
All right, taking a look at Nimitsu the Fish.
はい。いいですね。もうボックス書いてくれてありがとうございます。
Box definitely helps.
いや、いい。非常にいいよ。寺のバランスもいい。まあ、ちょっとだけ、この時の方、時間の字っていう方ですね。ちょっと惜しいなって思うのは、この火と寺が、ちょっと、そう、離れすぎかな。
Yeah, the one thing she said, the only thing she'd say that was a little bit close, like a little bit, yeah, is you want these guys to be a little bit closer, a little bit more friendly with each other. You want this to be more to the right. If that means making it a little bit bigger, that's fine as well. But basically, you'll want to start this over here, so it's sort of almost here, right? You want this stroke to kind of be here. So you might start here even, starting here, coming out here. Over here is really good. The one thing you want to be super careful about is to make sure that this stroke is shorter than this stroke. That's actually really important. Many people often will write this stroke longer than this stroke, and that's technically a mistake. So this
ミステイクではないけど、ちょっとアンバランスとって感じかな。
多分違うんだよね。
書いてあるの？
多分。
てか私オフあれにしようと思ってるのに全然オフじゃない。大胆に腹かんで。
It needs to be shorter, and the top needs to be longer. So I'm not going to bring up the dictionary right now, but yeah, this needs to be shorter than the bottom stroke, than the top stroke. But you've got it. You've got it. It's just really, really close. So just keeping that in mind. This one is really nice.
ボックスのスペースの使い方が非常に良いです。
You've used the space in the boxes really, really well. And this is also, you've used the space here really nicely.
非常にいいです。この真ん中の火がちょっと大きいのもいいです。
The Idas, my personal feeling is the gate is best on this one and the overall balance is best on this one.
そうだね。
Overall balance, this one. 門構え this one, I would say.
いい。いや、どっちもいい感じですね。
Looking good. Okay. So we're going to move over on to the next kanji. Technically, we've already done this one, so I'm not going to spend much time in it. I'm just going to write it once and move on.
もうニュー漢字はもうこれで終わりなの。
Yeah, no, we've got more.
そうだよね。あとは
But Saki, we've already done, so I'm just going to write this once and move on. If you would like to practice it as well, you can go ahead and do that as well.
はい。
I'm just going to write this once because we've already practiced it today.
先生の線です
Right.
ね。
It's the same as the first kanji in sensei. And I've already messed up, but
え
I wanted to go taller. It's okay though. It'll be fine. Ooh, my legs are too thick.
まあいいでしょう。マスキュラーレッグでも許しましょう。
Basically.
はい。
You want to write it once?
いいよ。あ、じゃあ私も一回書くか。
Saki is definitely one that I could work on. Saki, by the way, means just before. Before. Just a moment ago. Interestingly, it can also mean before I do something. Saki ni something something. If you add the ni to it, you can saki ni nani nani suru. I'm going to do this before I do that. She's used the whole box up there.
はい。
Nice, nice.
ありがとうございます。はい。うん、いいね。いいですよ。
That's better. Okay, so we're going to move right on from that one. That is Saki. And then we've got Shimbun, which we've also already done. This is Kiku. So I'll go ahead and write that one time. And then we have our last kanji for today.
新聞の新の漢字はですね、新しいっていう字なんだよね。
It's a fun kanji.
そう。
But it's N4.
だから new here.
Yes, new here. New asks. New hears is the literal word for shimbun. The new hears. No, I'm not in the middle again.
いいよ。いい。大丈夫。はい。非常にいいと思います。
I'm happy with that. You want to do one?
はい。じゃあこっち側に書くね。
So once again, we've already done all of these kanji, so. Did I look at Grammys? I did not look at Grammys for jikan. Like the nice thin strokes on Mimi.
ちょっとここが左に寄っ
Yeah,
て
you've
しまい、
leaned in a little bit unusual for you.
悲しみ。
Kanashimi, she said. We didn't take a look at Grammys for the last one, so we're going to take a look at those quickly. We've got jikan over here.
そうね。まず缶の方、OK。
The kan is good. It looks very good.
字も読めるんだけど、ちょっとバランスが気をつけたいところがありますね。
Okay, so this is readable, no problem, but there's a few places that Yuki's saying she wants you to be careful with, and that is
はまずひ、この左側の3の方はちょっとだけ下に書いた方がいい
we
ね。
want to bring your heat down a little bit. So that this should generally be your center point.
大体なんですけど、その寺の土と寸の下の2本、1のその隣ぐらいに書くのが良いかなみ
This
たいな。
and this,
So-
she thinks being next to each other is basically what you're looking for.
So-
Maybe like right around here
そうだ
is where
ね。
you want the middle of your sun to be, right around here. So this can come like you can take this and just grab it and then bring it here.
はい。
Is what you want to do there. Also, one thing I mentioned, of course, is that this needs to be longer than this. So this nice and long, this a little bit shorter. Like either this make this much, much shorter or this much bigger. In this case, I would make this much bigger. And then you'd be fine.
そうだね。その土をもうちょっと大きくかければよかったかなって思い
Draw
ます。
your dirt soil part just bigger. It will help. So bring this down and your soil a little bit bigger. Saki
はい。
looks pretty good.
いいよ。
We
その
already mentioned the
そうだね。
the no stroke. So basically putting your pressure down here and then slowly raising the brush when you get here so that this is thinner than your start. Same here. It looks like you put more pressure down at the end here, but start with more pressure and then slowly raise the brush as you come out, and that'll give you a nice little slice. And then we've already seen your first Mimi. This one's actually really good. Much straighter.
こっちの方がとってもバランスよくかけていますね。
Your mongama is great. You've got your entries. This is a nice entry. They're very balanced size-wise. Looking good.
はい。いいと思う。
This is good.
まあ、あとは全体的にちょっとバランスなんていうのアングルなの
Yeah,
を
everything
ス
is
ト
a
レー
little
ト
bit
にすれば、
angled. So basically if you just have a nice little dotted line down the middle. Like if you just had a dotted line down the middle, you'll see that it's completely over to the left here, but that's just because you don't have any guide to show you that. So otherwise, I mean, if it still looks great, nobody would have any problem reading that. Let's go ahead and look at Five-Toed Sloth Bear's
はい。
Jikan.
おいいですね。まずこちらも缶めっちゃいい。
Kan, very
缶
good.
素晴らしい。時間の G もいいんですけど、これもさっきミニッターフィッシュに行った感じで、ちょ
Slice
っ
that
と
over.
そうちょっと近くか、寺をもうちょっと大きく描く
Yeah.
か。
Teda, you can make Teda bigger or draw that
そう
thinner.
だね。
If you look at, we'll look at Yuki's here. I believe this is Yuki's. And mine too. You've noticed that we're not actually in the full center over here. We're shifted to the right a bit. And then we're not keeping this part fully in the right side. It's creeping into the left side.
そうちょっとね、近くね近く
Generally speaking, anytime you've got something on the left, a part on the left, you're not actually using the full left side. Like when you've got I mean, this is not nice, but if you've got a tree on the left, whatever comes over on the right, I can't think of a kanji off the top of my head. It's going to be creeping into the left. Just random kanji. I don't even know if this is a kanji.
合ってるよ。
そうだよね。
そうスモールレフトパートなんだけど、右側をねちょっと大きく描くって感じですね。
So the left side always is. This isn't very nice, but whatever. The point is that the right side is always a little bit bigger, and it can creep into the left. So that is the main thing to focus on here is maybe pulling this over to the left a little bit and making this a little bit bigger, and then that will be balanced nicer. And your kan looks very good.
でもこの右側の寺っていう感じ自体はすっごく上手に描けてるか
This
ら。
part in particular
そう。
looks really, really good. Like just standing alone, this looks really great. I like your.
そうさっきの羽
羽
縦
looks
棒
really
の
good
羽もいいし、この点も結構いいし。
This hane is also great. You're leading right into this stroke instead of going straight up. So that's really good. Looking good, man.
いい感じです。ただちょっとねくっつけて
Yeah. Just like that together a little
くっ
bit.
つければね OK。
Which brings us to the final new kanji for today, which is going to be the kanji in Dosta.
いや私の文っていう字なんか
She's sad
悲
about
し
this
い
being
なって
leaning
思
over
う。
to the left. Hi. The kanji for rippa and tatsu.
はい。
And those are both to stand. Rippa means like really, really nice.
まあスプレンデっていう。
Splendid is often what it's translated as. I like the Japanese definition,
あそう
which
だ
I
ね。
translated recently. It's a little bit different than it's hard.
結構オナラボ的な
Yes,
感じだよね。
right. It's 尊敬の気持ちを起こさせるほど優れている様子. So being so good at something that it makes people feel like they have to be respectful to you. That's how good you are at something, or something that is 見る人を圧倒する様子。Or when something is so big or so wonderful that people who look at it become overwhelmed by it. Or 人前に出しても恥ずかしくない様子. So this is also a good one. It's not so bad like it's if you were to show people you wouldn't be embarrassed by it. That is another another definition. Or 疑う余地のない様子. Something that you are unable to deny. So a few different definitions of dippa. And the second kanji is, I don't even remember, it might be like N2 or something, but the first one is just tatsu, which is to stand. That's the word to stand. So I should be in front of the board. I am not confident in my tats.
立つはバランスが難しい感じです。
And I really don't know like if it needs to be connected or I don't know. I'm just bad at tats. So I'm looking forward to seeing Yuki's.
うまいよ。うまい。
どうかな。
いいよ、すごく。
Didn't skip leg day. Small left part. ありがとうございます。なんだっけ、七転び八起き八起き八起き七転び八起き Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Your pot lid is smaller.
どうでしょうか。
I see.
なんかね、
I should be thinking of this as my だよね。Like that.
そう、そんな感じだね。
なるほどね。
そう、前の頭のなんかクラウンみたいな部分。
That makes it easier.
フォントの時だと全部これつながってるんだけど、この上にねくっついてんだけど。
In font it looks like this.
そう。
Something like that. Okay.
だけどくっつかない方がハンドライティングとかカリグラフィーの時には、バランスがよく見えてかっこよくなると思います。
So she said, not connecting them looks cooler in handwriting. I've made that way too long, so I'm going to start up there. And then down. A little bit too much space, eh?
そうね。左側のやつはちょんでもいいんだけど、この右側のシュのやつはちょっと上から書くのがいいかなみたいな。
Okay.
ちょっとやってみてください。もうちょっと長くてもいいかな。
もっと長い。OK。
そう、これだとちょっとだけなんていうの、縦と上が離れちゃってるみたいに見えるから、
そう
なんかね、微妙なんだよね。くっつかないんだけど。
You're starting out over here.
くっつかないんだけど、くっついてもいいかなみたいな。
Yeah, it's a tough one.
なんかくっついた方が書きやすければくっつけて書いた方がいいかもしれません。
If it's easier for you to write them connected, it's okay. But that's never enough for me. I practice until it's the way I like it. So, looking at hers. Okay. First, she starts over here, right about here, and went thick. That's the big difference between ours. And then starts over here.
でもうちょっと上。いい感じよ。
で、using up the whole
はい。
bottom.
はい。 その通りでございます。
はいはい、okay. I've sort of got the idea.
うん。
ダメ？
上、もうちょっと上。
もっと上？
右が、うん。OK。いいです。いい。いい感じよ。
Okay, that's a little better. I could probably start my third stroke over a little bit more to the left.
うんうん。そうね。
Okay.
アイディアとしては、
はい。
ここの前のクラウンみたいなこういうやつなんですけど、ここね、左が小さく書く、右が長くって感じですね。
So you write your left side just like in the top of my, you write your left side shorter and your right side taller is the idea with 立つ。
そうで、立つってこの上が、この点と小さい1しかないじゃん。だからちょっと太く書かないとここがなんか薄く見えちゃうから、ここを小さめに書いて、ここを長く書いて、こういう感じ、
Gotcha.
が、ちょっとかっこいいかなみたいな、スタイリッシュに書くなら。
I see. So making your top a little bit thicker.
はい。
And then that a little bit thinner makes it look cool ね。
そうもちろん全部つながってもいいんだけど、おお、いいです。
Okay.
いい。
I'll play with that one more, but that's okay. All right, we've got one from Grammy there that I think looks quite nice. She was happy with the best one. Oh yeah, you've got the idea there.
はい、今の私が教えたティップのところはマーゴ、もうできてます。素晴らしい。いや、いいよ。
Yeah, this part's great. The bottom part.
このベストワンじゃなくてもこの左のやつはいい。
This one is also great. Really good, she says.
いいです。
No, but that looks great. Nobody would have a problem with that.
We can see it って。
Oh, right. Sorry.
ありがとうござい
Right,
ま
so
す。
she's saying this one's also great. This is great. You've got this part down. Maybe your pot lid could be a little less tall, I guess. I don't know. But overall looks great.
そうね、でも読めないことはないので、いいです。もうマーゴは私が今説明したティップできてる。
You're already doing the tip that she gave right now, which is this a little bit shorter, this a little bit longer, coming out here nice and big. If anything, like if we were to be super picky, maybe making your pot lid handle a little bit shorter and bringing it up. I don't know, but it still looks great. Very readable, no problems.
はい。
And that's both for Rippa and Tatsu.
いい。
Excellent. Okay. So I imagine everyone else will take a little bit of time to get their answers in here, which means I think we can go ahead and start on the quiz while everyone else is practicing
立つ
tatsu.
あ、そうか。ね、立派は説明したけど、立つ言ったっけ？立つのミーニングの話。
Tatsu means to stand up. I did mention that when we
okay.
were going through the other one. So we've got our 8 words that we've gone through today. I don't know how many people are left right now. Some people might have already left due to the lesson being over and it's getting late for many of you guys.
そうだね。
But we will go ahead and start pulling out the 8 words that we learned today as soon as we look at Five-Toed Sloth Bears. I like this one the best.
いいですね。いや、いいよ。いい。このね、今言ったやつ、いい。
You're doing what she suggested.
とってもいい感じ。ストロークもとってもいい感じだし、とってもいいです。まあ、一個、ちょっとアドバイスするなら、一番下のストロークは、この三角みたいに、ちょっとあれですね。すいません。こういう、なんていうの？こう上にも 行くんだけど下にもこうやってドンって戻るやつ。
So if you were to add any little piece of advice, it would be instead of this, you want to come back down a little bit on your final stroke there, and then it'll look really, really cool. But it still look great. You've got this part that she was just mentioning down very nicely. Your top looks nice. And there's nothing wrong with it. Nobody would have any trouble reading this. To add a little bit of more balance, you can come back down right about to here. And that'll be good.
でもいい。すっごいいい感じ。すっごいいいです。
Nimitsu fish, got a box there, looking good. Okay, you've got exactly what she mentioned there.
はいはいはい。
You've actually come back down here really nicely, looking good.
いい。
Right in the center here.
いいです。とってもいい感じ。
Looks great. If anything, maybe this could start a little higher.
まあそうだ。ちょっとくっついてもいいかな。この鍋蓋と前の冠みたいなやつはちょっとくっついてもいいかな。
If you start like right about here. But that's fine. It still looks great.
そう、いい感じです。とっても。
Your entries here are nice. You've got your entry here sweeping out. Yeah, looks good.
はい。
Not a whole lot to add.
いや、よく描けてるね、みんな本当に。
Looking good. Oh, okay. These were the other two. You mean the bottom stroke or the top one? This one.
素晴らしい。
ね。
いいです。
Coming back down like that. That's exactly it.
そう、インクがね、ちょっと足りなかったかもしれないけど、このストロークはめっちゃいいです。
Coming back down.
とってもいいですね。
Something like that. Great. Okay. It's quiz time. あれ？そうだね。
はい。
Strange number 3. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull out our first one.
はい。
There's our first word. Remember, you want to give us the word, how it's read. So, can you see it? You can see it, yeah? Okay, so basically you want to give it to us in hiragana or katakana or in romaji. If you don't have a Japanese keyboard, it looks like everyone's already got it. So Come to Japan Dan gets first place with Andres in second. Nimitsu Fish in... Nimitsu Fish, that is correct, but it's got the kanji there. So Stargumi is in third. Five to Salt Bear is in fourth. Nimitsu Fish in fifth. And Obake 2K is in sixth, I believe. Montana Margo in seventh and Alex in eighth place. Nice job. Let me make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8. Indeed. Okay.
はい。そう、みんなね、気をつけてくださいね。ローマ字かひらがなでお願いします。
ありがとう、ファイブタウンスラッペー。
ありがとうございます。
教えてくれてありがとうございました。こちらこそありがとうございます。
こちらこそありがとうございます。
Thank you so much.
ちょっと私もたまにはレギュラーストロークで書きたいなと思っているんですけど、ちょっとなかなかすいません。筆ペンばっかりで。
She's got to start writing the N4 kanji.
はい。
That'll be coming soon. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。じゃん。まつげついてるね。
ね。Little eyebrows. Or eyelashes. This bug. It's a cute little bug with eyelashes and a kissy face. はい。
はい。
お化け。
早いな。お化け1番。アンドレス2番。ファイブトゥードスロースベア3番。スターグミ4番。アレックス5番。ニミツダフィッシュ6番。カムトゥジャパンダウン7番。モンタナマーゴ8番です。
はい。
いいですね。この
虫タイム。
虫タイムか。
Yes, indeed.
そう、インセクトタイムだからね。はい。
Oh, that one.
そう、先
Let's see if I
生
can write it before everyone starts answering.
言ったっけ？先生ってさ、その先に生まれるって書くじゃん。昔はさ、先に生まれて生きてる人の方が絶対にいろいろ分かってるからってことだよね、きっと先生の。
Right, that came from person who lived first. First person who lived before, because theoretically they should know more. Because they lived first. Hi. Lots of answers already. We got Nimitsu Fish in first place. Welcome back. Andres in second place. Come to Japan Dan in third. Sargumi in fourth. Alex in fifth. Five Toed Sloth Bear in sixth. Montana Margo in seventh. Osake. Close.
そう。みんなで英語でサキって言うじゃん。本当は酒でお願いします。
I wonder how that happened. Like, how did I know. No, how did sake become saki? In English. Yeah, but that wouldn't make sense, because if you were to read sake, S-A-K-E, in English, what you would read it as is sake.
まあね、確かに
So how did it become sake? I always wondered that. Still to this day, I wonder that.
そう、
酒
日本人はサキと言ってもちょっとわからない人が多いです。酒でお願いします。
Maybe because E sounds like
いいだよね。やっぱりそうだよね。
It doesn't though. I mean, I guess to some people it does. Sake? Saki?
酒はなんか sounds strange.
To me, it sounds. I don't know. I hang around nerdy enough people that I've always heard sake. Okay, fair enough.
あ、酒。なるほど。はい。
When written down. Yeah. Fair enough. I feel like a pedant now that I know how words are actually pronounced. Yeah, I know. It feels weird. I have to be careful to actually say saki when I'm talking about it in English to people, just because they don't know what I'm talking about otherwise. Hi.
はい、早い。アンドレス1番、スターグビー2番、ニミッツ・ダ・フィッシュ3番、ファイブ・トードス・ロスベア4番、カム・トゥ・ジャパン。いいですね。5番、アレックス6番、モンタナ・マーゴ7番、お化け、ソマン。スマンだな、それは。
スマンだよね。
でも、8番です。
酒の時間。そうだね。
そう。先時間ですね。いいですね。
はい。
はい。New Here だね。
New Hears. The New Hears. Sounds like what you would have called it in like the 1930s or something. You got the New Hears? Also known as news, but no, that's not the news. It's the whatchamacallit? Newspaper. I like what Andres has done there. First place is Nimitz the Fish with Obake in second and Andres in third. We will give that to you. 5 Does Love Bear in fourth. Stargumi in fifth, and Come to Japan Dan has done the same thing in sixth place. Yes, that is the kanji for new. Montana Margo is in seventh place. There you go.
Hi.
The shin. Leg. The shin, as in なんだっけつねじゃなくてすねここ
へえあれ膝じゃなくて、
これ
すね
すねだよねすねそう新聞すねはシンでしょ in English
そうなの
シン
すねってシン
すね is シン in English
そうだったんだ
そうすね
さ馬面はぎの方はどう
馬面はぎ
まあ本当は馬面はぎじゃない
馬面はぎじゃない
ふくらはぎなんですけど
ふくらはぎ is calves ふくらはぎね
そっかここ芯だったんだ
shins the bone part ね
これすねですこれ
すねね calf yeah The English dub of this one anime that has the name Kakeru pronounced as Kakeru and it hurts to listen to
Kakeru
Next one's yours
はいこのオナラボーのやつですね
タツパ
パーティーの名前かなそれは
Party that you stand at close 5 does love there but not quite
いいですねはいアンドレス1番アンドレス早いね5トードスロスベア惜しいお化け2番アレックス3番カムトゥジャパンダウン4番モンタナマーゴ惜しいニミッツ・ダ・フィッシュ5番スターグミ6番5トードスロスベアいいですね今度スモール2ありがとうございます7番モンタナマーゴ
close not this one it's this one
そういじゃなくてねリ R が最初にいります
And the reason it'sリッパ is because to stand can be read as 立
そうだね
and before ha 2 becomes a small 2 and ha becomes pa ね立派
トリッキーリーディングだよね本当に
立派
はいはいみんないい感じでした
ほほほI love to rip open my presents. Ping pong! Stargumi is in first place with 5 to solve pair. I need to find those rules you said in some of the videos. Yeah, I think it's lesson 13. 13 maybe. That's one of the ones. That's the one I have for Foon. No, that was lesson 8. 8, I talk about Fun and Poon, I think. Anyway, Stargumi is in first place with Andres in second, Nimitz the Fish in third, Montana Margo in fourth, and Five Toes Salt Bear in fifth. Alex is in sixth with Obake with a Rippana Sensei in seventh place. Sensei. Kiritsu. There you go. Kiritsu だよね。
規律。
Kiritsu. Kiritsu means to stand up. It's a command to stand up. Kiritsu in school.
はい。
先生ね。
これは last one です。
Our last word. Can you guess it? いや見せて。はい。
誰かゲスして当ててくる人いるかと思った。いいモンタナマーゴ1番、アンドレス2番、スターグミ3番、ミニッツァフィッシュ4番、カムトジャパンダン5番、ファイブトードスロスベア6番、ルカソローナ
コロナね。
ルカスコロナさんありがとうございます。ルカスさん、7番、ようこそだね。はい、いいですね。立つの練習していいじゃん。最初のやつ超上手に書けたよ。立つが出てる。違う立つが。ちなみにドラゴンのことも立つと言います。
はい。Excellent job, everyone. Great. That's the first live stream of 2026.
いやみんなちなみにそのニューイヤーになってから、このカリグラフィーするのは非常に縁起のいいことですので。
Yeah. It's thought of as really, really good luck to practice calligraphy at the very beginning of the year in Japanese culture. So yeah, practicing calligraphy is considered a very good thing.
みんなね、学校の宿題これ出てるからね、書き初め。
Really? For school homework over New Year's break, practicing their calligraphy is often given as homework. Missed you too, Nimitz the Fish. Thanks for stopping by.
ありがとうございます。
Stream in 2 weeks? Yes, probably. Whoa! There will be a stream in 2 weeks. What the stream will be is undecided at the moment. We're still thinking about that. It may or may not be Lesson 23, but there will be a stream in 2 weeks. We'll talk about that more.
そうだったわ。
We'll talk about that more. ね?
Yuki が will be gone なのか。
Yuki may or may not be here. If it's a day early, we'll make an announcement, and then Yuki will be here. If it's not, then Yuki might not be here. But we'll see.
ユキはオフカメラになって。
誕生日 No, not 誕生日。You'll see.
いや、楽しみなアナウンスメントになると。
楽しみにしてください。Yeah, there will be lots of fun things to talk about.
まあ、ユキの誕生日のもうアナウンスメントしてもいいんだけどね。
That's not until June ね。はい。Might be some other kind of fun stream. It could be. We'll see.
ね。はい。
I just heard the rice get finished. The rice cooker's singing downstairs. All right. Perfect timing. That means it's time for us to sign off, everyone. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you in lesson 23 premiere next week.
いや、もう今年もどうぞよろしくお願いします。
今年もよろしくお願いします。
みんなカリグラフィープロになっていくのを私は見ていきます。
頑張っていきましょう。はい。
はい。バイバイ。
バイバイ。じゃあ、せーの。
また次のビデオで会いましょうね。
はい、Thank you everyone. See you next time. バイバイ。
またよろしく。
またよろしく。休みの間に何をする？
いいアイディアがあるよ。
何？
いつも休みにゴロゴロしている。だから先生の家に行ったよ。そして先生に聞いたよ。
で、先生は何と言っていた？
休みだから時間がたくさんあるでしょ。
で、
先にコンビニに行って。
コンビニで何をする？
日本の新聞を買う。
なんで？
それをたくさん読んで日本語を勉強する。 と言っていた。
お、立派なアイデアだね。
じゃあ立って行きましょう。